kind of what we're doing today?
Today is leg day. I like to warm up with obviously some deep squats, some lunges. I like to bring my lunges knees over toes, get that stretch through my Achilles tendon, which always feels so good. And then just kind of work them out a little bit. Warm up the quads, warm up the glutes, get a good stretch in the hamstrings when we do our little no-weighted RDL movement earlier. So that way we are not risking tearing anything in this old body. So that's usually my little bit of a warm up. And then I like to start with a compound movement. So I usually either start with a squat movement or a lovely hip hinge movement. I love this machine because it's adjustable to you. I like to keep the footbed a little bit flatter. And then we'll start seated. Bring ourselves up. We're just getting a nice, easy set. This is where I like to make any of my adjustments. So I'll bring this back so it sits more in the crease of my hip rather than a little too far forward on my quads. So that way I can bring my chest down and it's still sitting in that crease. Drive through the heels. Squeeze through. Alrighty, we're gonna go bump it up another 25. And what I like to do on this first set is start with my starting weight, add an extra plate, do another set of 10. I'll add an extra plate, do another set of 10, and then I'll do a final drop set where I'll do 10, pull off a plate, 10 more reps, pull off a plate, 10 more reps with my starting weight. So we're gonna go another set of 10 here. I think we'll be able to at least hopefully get on everything that we want to get on today. So, but I like the busyness though, because I feel like the crowd's different here. So I kind of get to put my head down a little more when I come and work out in here, rather than at Mustang or Yukon where I'm known over there. So I usually end up seeing friends or clients or whoever. So then I'm always chit-chatting, and I feel like I don't get as good a workout in here. When you get a new crowd of faces, I feel like it almost makes you want to work harder. Yeah. So
I'd say I'm definitely one that also like feeds off the energy in the gym. So
always. I
always preferred more of a busy gym myself. And
we've got really good, I will say there's really good energy here. There's a lot of people that you can tell are working towards either competing or having some kind of big goal like that. And that's inspiring to me because it just makes you want to push harder, especially through the days where you're like, I really don't want to come in here and do anything. But then you come in and you see people like LaMarcus behind me who is out there pushing heavy weight and makes you just want to push harder. So some days are not it, but today's a good day. So second set, we're going for 10. Every time. I need like a gripper. I need like a, what do they call it? What's the little grab stick thingies like they give to old people? I don't know. Like a short-handed one. Just a little one. So this is where our third and final drop set will start for this. So we're gonna go 10, we'll pull this off, figure it out. Pull this one off after more 10 and 10 more. So then we're gonna rest first. Prioritize your rest because you don't have to be out of breath through your entire workout like I am. I came in here the other day and there was a girl on the squat rack, and I started with powerlifting. So like, I'm always impressed when I see girls that can squat or deadlift or even bench a ton of weight. And I walk in, this girl has 335 on the bar And I was like, dang. So I watched as she just went down for a single. And that was the smoothest single. Like, it was just nothing to her. And I had to go over and stop her. And I fist bumped her and I was like, dude, that was badass. And she just kind of caught off guard. She's like, oh, thanks. And I was like, I mean, you just don't see a lot of girls in here, especially in a bodybuilder's gym. I mean, you definitely don't see girls lifting that heavy a weight. So more power to her, because that was impressive as hell. So I always support girls lifting heavy weights. All right. We're gonna have to rack in between, but it'll be okay. I'll make it work. Make sure my feet are good. Eight, 9, 10. Okay. Careful, nobody's over there. Oh, the glutes are on fire. All right, take a sec, breathe. Okay, last 10. Ooh. That was a good set of 10. I'm gonna be down for a little bit. Oh, that was good. That was good. We're gonna gingerly climb out of this in about 10 seconds when I regain feeling in my glutes and my legs. It's all good. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna swap and do lunges on this today. I'm probably gonna regret that. But I actually really like this for lunges because with it being able to move, but it also being a stable, fixed position, I feel like I can really dig deep and kind of sink down into it and drive through the glutes, so I get a better hinge. Whereas if I'm just doing dumbbells, I tend to have a little more wobble, and I have to engage more of my quad than I care to. So we're gonna go for a more hinged into it, glute style lunge for it today. So much fun. The goal of my leg day that I do on my own versus the leg days that I do with Jordan is that my goal is not to completely destroy myself. I do have to recover by Thursday, but it is to at least get a good pump and work on the things that maybe I haven't worked on with her that week. So, alrighty. I really hate when you get up under your weight and you know that that's too light, but this first set, we'll stay here, adjust our stance, figure out where we want to be. With this machine, you can work yourself forward to be more quad centric, or you can be further back to be hinged more so into the glutes. Sometimes on lunges, I have to find just my right foot placement. So drive through. Last one, 10. I'm gonna swap feet, go straight into the other leg. That's good. That was a little more tiring than I thought it was going to be, but That's okay. I'll probably bring my foot back a little more on the next set. Maybe a little bit. One thing I wish we had was industrial fans. We need a little more airflow in here. Okay, next set. I've cooled down from this one. Ugh. Let's go here. Finish out with this last set of these and then move on to some hamstrings because I'm hating these today, but we're getting them in anyway. So, always rack your weights, people. Rack your weights. Wipe your equipment down. That sucked. It's okay. Oh my god. Why don't just take it out of me? Whew. All right. Wipe her down. Let's hit some hamstrings. Do it. I will. I promise. Oh. We'll go to seated ham curl. Not my favorite, but yeah, this one's old school style. I have to remember where the lever is that you load on because I only use this once. Okay. Even personal trainers have to learn how to use equipment the proper way. Okay. Let's see what this weight's like. Okay, but we gotta adjust the backrest so I'm way more forward because this is way too far back from my short self. So, trainer tip. So a lot of people, especially clients, whenever they're learning how to set up equipment, don't know this little tip, but where your machine rotates at, especially all for leg equipment, is called your point of axis. So it's this little maneuver right here. And what you want to think is if there was a rod coming out of it, whether it's leg extensions or ham curls, you want it to go through the middle of your knees. That's your point of axis. That's where everything's rotating at. So you want to keep it in line. So for me, we're looking about right here. We're going to go a set of 15 to start because this is a lighter weight for me, but feels good at the same time. So we'll do a little bit of adding extra weight and lowering our reps today. I think that was number 4. I wasn't really counting. We'll call it 5. 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll throw a 10 on. We're going to bump 2. We'll shoot for 12 reps on this set. I'll pull myself in. Last one. I could have buckled myself in for that last set, but it's okay. We might stay here for the last set and just do 10 here. That last 2 was good. It was a little tough on that last rep, and I'd like to get full range in, but we're gonna rest some legs for a little bit longer. Little farmer's carry walk. We're just gonna start here. We're gonna go RDLs for 10. So a nice heavy focus on a deep hinge, squeeze through the glutes, keep the tension in the glutes at the top of the movement. Do not pull the hips up and through. Constant tension. Last one. Whew. Sounds good. Some days are just rougher than others, but just show up because you got to. So we have goals like this. Unfortunately, the show doesn't wait on you, and your goals don't wait. And the more that you put it off, the further you get away from it. The stage doesn't wait for anybody. So on the days that I don't want to, I just have to rely on the one thing I'm honestly not great at is discipline. And one of the reasons that I'm doing this whole show is to teach myself more discipline. So it's hard. It really is. It's not an easy sport by any means, and it takes a lot of discipline in it. Man, I got in the truck earlier and Josh had taken Tate to school this morning. They stopped and got donuts. And there was half of a chocolate Long John sitting in the bag in the passenger seat next to me. I was all alone in the truck. I could have just taken a bite. And I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do it because sugar is my downfall. And I know that like just one little taste and it's all downhill from there. So I said, nope, we're not gonna do it. We got goals. We're only a weekend. We got 15 more weeks to go. And if I couldn't do it now, then that means I can't do it 6 weeks from now. So if I have the discipline now, I'll have the discipline later. So it's getting through that part that's hard, but it's okay. It's a good challenge. So that was rough. That and Tate and his freeze-dried Skittles that he's got. Those things are so good. I had to tell myself no to those too, but it's okay. It is worth it. It's worth it. All right. To whoever invented Versa grips, I thank you. Ugh. Got stuck. My grip. And done. Insane. I need more stickers to add on. It is. That's why I was like, I got my design sticker. Patch joints, not judgments. That one always catches looks in here, which I love because I think people are like, wait a minute, what does that say? That's my favorite. So I totally agree. That's the cool thing about like, I think the gym is making the friendships and stuff that you get to end up meeting. Like, it's afforded me more opportunities than I could have ever imagined. So I think a lot of people don't realize where the gym can truly lead you to. So, I mean, it led me from literally just going in with Josh to just to check out what it was about. I'd never been in a gym before, other than I went to my mother-in-law used to work out at like one of those boot camp classes, like the Travis Gardner or whatever it was. And I did one class with her. I was probably like 23, 24 maybe. And I died. I had no business being. I was so out of shape. I almost threw up multiple times and I quit halfway through that thing. I was like, I'm good. I'm out. and then started lifting with Josh whenever we went to Golds, and that was it. That was literally just like, it's like something turned. So, and then here we are 8 years later. So, and it's literally my day-to-day job, and I love it.
First off, with kind of getting into the prep and everything like that, what was it this time around that made you want to step back on stage?
You know, when the wellness category became a thing, because the last show I competed, I did bikini. And even, 6-7 years ago, I was almost on the bigger side of bikini. I stepped on stage at 118 pounds. I'm sitting at about $150 right now. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to step on stage in bikini again the way that the category was going. And then when wellness came out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is kind of made for me. Like, I felt like I was made for the wellness category, but at the same time, I didn't really have the desire or like the guidance necessarily. And then Whitney, my best friend, went through and she did wellness and she trained with Jordan, and I watched her go through that, and I was like, kind of missed that bit of the grind. And then that was almost 3 years ago at this point. It's 2 years since she competed. And last summer at my birthday, we were at my friend Molly's, and Jordan was there, and Jordan was like, just give me 1 month. She goes, just come train with me for 1 month. Molly was working with her right then, and so Molly was already training for her show with Jordan. And so Jordan was like, you could do it. We could do a show next June. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, you scare the crap out of me. She terrifies me. Jordan does. She's hard. But I knew that was the thing, though, is I knew that if she had the confidence in me to do it, that meant that I could. Because Jordan she's not the type of coach to want to put effort into just anybody. So I knew that if she had the confidence that I could do a show and I could do well, then why wouldn't I have the confidence in myself? And then the more that she kind of was like, you can do it, you can do it. My other girlfriends were, asked me to do it. I said, you know what, why not? So we'll give it a shot. I said, I'll train with her, see what kind of muscle we can put on. Then I had to get all my hormone stuff in balance. And from there, we put on some size, and now I'm excited about it. So
and what show are you doing?
June 8th, Oklahoman. So wellness category, and 15 weeks to go. And I'm hoping it goes by fast, but that's the hard part, is it'll go by fast by the time we get there, and I'll look back and go, my gosh. But I definitely feel like at the same time, it seems like it just drags on. So the harder it gets, the longer it drags on. But I just knew that if she had the confidence in me, I should have the confidence in myself to do it. So
yeah. I think we're all excited to see what you can do, and it's gonna be
I've
cool
been amazed at the amount of support that I've had. I've had clients and friends and family and stuff all ask, where is it, when is it, how do we get there, whatever, already ready to support me. And I think that's a special thing. So it gives me that much more ready to go, get it done.
Going into this prep, what was your biggest worry and everything?
My biggest worry was honestly, and this is the unfortunate side of bodybuilding, is the bit of body dysmorphia where I feel like my quads are too small. Honestly, not feeling like I have enough size to be competitive has probably been my biggest mindset that I've had to change, and just be I wouldn't be stepping on stage if I wasn't ready, and if Jordan didn't think I was ready. If she knew that I needed more time, she would tell me I needed more time. So I have to remind myself that, where I'm at, I'm in a good spot. This is also my first show in this category. So I'm kind of going in with eyes wide open, just kind of a fresh take, and try not to have those worries of size. But I'm also confident in what I've built. So it's kind of that catch-22. But my biggest concern is more so getting my body with some of the issues that I've had, just getting through prep, my knee issues. Some of my rheumatoid arthritis in my hands has been posed an issue lately, but Thank goodness for Versa grips, because those are a lifesaver. So if I didn't have those, I wouldn't be able to do it. But it's funny how you gain confidence in the gym, but you can also lose your confidence pretty quickly. Sometimes even just stepping in front of the mirror. So the mirror is the mind fuck. So the mirror is the mind fuck, but it's your best friend, your worst friend. So yeah.
On the opposite side, what are you most excited for with this prep?
Ooh, the thing I'm most excited for, sadly, I'm excited to be a little cut for summer and not to have to not have to work too hard to get that way. I mean, I will, but the really fun part is like picking your suit out and getting all like zhuzhed up for getting on stage. The tan is hideous. Nobody likes getting that tan and whatever. But the suit, I've already got my suit picked out. It's already fun. And I enjoy as much as it's nerve-wracking to get on stage, it's still fun to go and show off what you've worked so hard to do. And to have everybody out there cheering for you, stuff like that. I'm looking forward to that part. So I'm looking forward to get to show off what I've built and get to have all my supporters there to see it. So yeah, definitely.